Hi, my name is Cynthia, and you're welcome back to my channel. And this is Cynthia's Epiphany. Now, today we're going to talk about something really important, and that is in the age of AI, should you still learn data analysis? Now, this is going to be a conversation for just us data analysts or techies. Let me open it up for techies, especially the beginners. And this is me telling you from one beginner to the other. And what makes me qualified to speak on this topic is because I have never at any point in time been scared of AI. I don't know why. I don't get the hype. Like, I'm not moved. Like, I'm not, I'm not shaking one bit. Yeah, I get it. It's a powerful tool. It's going to replace a whole number of people. It's going to do this. It's going to do that. But each time I hear of it, I'm like, oh, again, yes, another tool, another this, another. I'm not moved. I don't belong to that class of people that is scared that AI is going to take their jobs. And one of the reasons is because of the excess noise about it. I'm one of those people, and I'm sure some of you can relate, who once they hype around something, it's too much. It just, I don't know, it's just not sweet anymore. So that's me with this AI. Like, people are making too much noise about it. Everybody and their mothers are releasing one new AI tool or the other. And it's just like, okay, are you done? Like, don't get me wrong. Since the advent of things like ChatGPT, for instance, I've been using it, and I'm not even bragging when I say I'm damn good at it. Like, I've learned how to prompt ChatGPT a long time ago, before even all these prompt engineering courses came out, and that's because I'm naturally a very curious person. So that curiosity, and then some other things that I really can't say, are the things that drive me when I say that I am not scared of AI. And I want to strengthen your mind, especially us beginners, from one beginner to the other. Should you still learn data analysis in this age of AI? The answer is yes. See, the first thing you must know and you must settle in your mind is that AI has come to stay. Whether you like it or not, whether you're scared or not, AI has come to stay. So start by settling this in your mind. There's nothing you can do about it. The sooner you accept it, the better for you and your poor heart, because you don't want to be having hypertension over a simple tool, right? So first start by accepting that AI is here to stay. Are we good on that? If you're good, we can go on to the next thing. The second thing is for you to say this to yourself. Someone created AI. The person doesn't have two heads. Say it to me. Someone created AI. The person does not have two heads. Someone created AI. The person does not have two heads. See, let this be your mantra anytime that you hear or feel yourself shaking or panicking when you hear another AI tool. Stop panicking. Tell yourself at every point in time, someone created AI. The person does not have two heads. If you do not tell yourself this and if you do not settle this in your mind, you will be shaking and shaking and you will shake yourself out of the industry entirely. So you must tell yourself this. And I feel like what this one of the things this will do to you is it will demystify AI. It's going to move you from this magical, super tool to just another tool that the human brain created. And also when you think of it this way, it's going to inspire you to think, what can I go and create? And another thing is this is going to change your mind from panicking to there has never been a better time to learn a new skill. That is what you should be saying to yourself. There has never been a better time to learn a new skill. Let me give you this example. I have been trying to learn the old school way. Like I said, I'm not too moved about AI. So I deliberately ignored it. I use AI for several other things. But I try not to bring it into data analysis because one of the things I have settled within myself is that yes, AI can take people's jobs, but it still needs very intelligent people, or at least people who know how to use it in the context in which it needs to be used. I'm going to come to that later on. So because of this, because I feel like I have not been there or in the data analysis long enough, I decided to ignore AI and continue learning via different websites, watching YouTube videos and stuff like that. So one day I was a bit frustrated with what I was learning and I decided to just chat up ChatGPT. And one of the good things about this AI tools is conversational. Like, instead of the normal Google search where you just make a query and it will pull up a ton of results and you just read and hope that the article or whatever resource you're using has answered your question. With ChatGPT, if you're not satisfied, you can tell it to tell you more. You can go again, you can ask again, you can keep refining your answers till you're okay. So this is what I decided to do. I was like, you know what, instead of Googling this stuff, let me just ask ChatGPT. and we're having a beautiful back and forth. The back and forth was so lovely. And I was like, yeah, chat, I see your appeal. I see your appeal. Like, I've been running away from using it for so long in my data analysis learning, but I was so excited that it existed because it was answering some of my questions in a way that the Google search results simply weren't. And to be honest, I wasn't about to start looking through forums because the only other place that you get so detailed answers are forums. And I wasn't about looking through forums. So that day I was simply so grateful that it existed. Do you see? Do you see where my mind is? Because I do not have that fear for AI. Instead of I could have looked at those answers and I'll be like, hey, so this is the thing I'm competing with. This one will take my job now. That means I don't know anything. No, because I'm operating on a different mindset. I was actually excited that such a tool exists. And that is where I want you to be at by the end of this video, especially if you're scared about AI and you're wondering, is data analysis still for me, or is it even what is learning any tool? Because guess what? It's going to come for every damn industry, So calm down first, all right? So another thing that we must talk about as far as this AI and specifically data analysis conversation is concerned is that you can only use it if you have specific knowledge. Let me explain what I mean. A few weeks ago, when I first decided to prompt ChatGPT about something I was learning in data analysis, I decided to allow it. I wanted to see how much it can do. And I prompted it, and it gave me results that were cool, but I wasn't satisfied with it. Fast forward to now that I've gone a bit further in my learning. If going back to that prompt, I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? Like it just did not make any sense to me. Like, why did I limit this tool the way I did? And I found out that the answer was simple. I didn't know enough about data analysis. So I could not give it a specific instruction. And so it could not give me the kind of results that I wanted. Where am I going with this? That as far as your learning is concerned, your own is to stay focused on learning the fundamentals, learning the basics. Like this is the time to go hard, have some level of depth at what you are learning. Take your time and learn very well what you are. Because I am a bit familiar in the developer world and I look at some of their memes, their complaints, their conversations, especially those who have started, coding with ChatGPT. Some of them will tell you how a problem that deep down they know they could have solved in, let's say, a day or two. If you are not careful, ChatGPT or all these other AI tools will elongate the time it takes for you to solve it. And this is for people who are already knowledgeable at their job. They're already developers. Like, you can imagine someone who is not exactly a developer, but because he has heard that this AI tool can do so and so for you, so you just jump head first and start using it. No, if you do it that way, you're going to get shitty results. And at the end of the day, you need a developer to correct that mistake. So it's only developers that can give it the correct prompt that it needs. And it's the same way, it's only a data analyst that can utilize AI very well. Someone with that analytical mindset, someone who knows how to ask the right questions, someone who knows what to look out for. What if these tools start hallucinating? What if they start throwing up errors? It is someone who is already familiar, this whose domain it is, can identify this and say, oh, this is wrong. It's not supposed to give this answer, or if you follow this, it's going to lead us to a shithole. So at the end of the day, you still need to learn that particular field. You still need to be knowledgeable in that particular field to be able to apply AI correctly. So do you see how everything still leads to you learning data analysis? And also, there are so many things that data analysts do. At least I've just started doing projects, and I'm seeing that data analysis goes beyond cleaning up data and analyzing or visualizing it. No, it goes beyond that. There's a part that our brain comes in. There's the communication style. I mean, people who are familiar with the way AI writes, for instance, can almost tell when an article was written either purely by AI or, without any form of human input. It just sounds somehow. And that is what it also looks like when you leave AI to do the job of a data analyst and you expect it to communicate like a human analyst would. You will not get the same results. What am I driving at? You, as a human analyst, you are still needed. So calm down, relax, stop getting scared. Like each time I go to forums, I go to and I'm hearing people discussing it. Every day they are releasing one new tool or the other, and then these tech bros or big CEOs, big execs, and they're think pieces. Oh my god, I just built the next AI tool. Oh, this AI tool is going to revolutionize this, it's going to disrupt. Relax. Okay, calm down. Those who can apply themselves and learn and get familiar with the fundamentals are those that will win. Finally, I'm going to say this, that in this age of AI, as much as possible, do not outsource your brain to AI. When you're presented with a case study or a business problem, or let me just say a data set, before, like, you can discuss with your other team members or the business owner or the stakeholders what they are trying to get. But before you even consult AI, because you can actually use AI to answer business questions, and I think it does a fantastic job with that. I'm not even going to lie. It can teach you or show you things that you can actually, the kind of insights you can derive from any data set. AI is actually good at that. But before you consult I would like for you at every point in time to use your brain first. Look at the data set. Look at it before you even clean it up. Just ask yourself, what is wrong with this data? Is it the data type? Are they writing maybe 35 in words somewhere instead of 3 and 5? Are there duplicates? Are there null cells, or are there null values somewhere? Ask as many questions as you can. Look at that data critically. Like, look at it before you start consulting AI or telling AI to help you clean up that data. Look at it. That way you're sharpening your brain. Because in this age of AI, let me tell you one of the things that will happen. A lot of people are going to get so dependent on AI tools, and they're going to forget how to use their brain. And that will lead to a big problem, which only people who are using their brains can solve. So at the end of the day, using your brain can never, ever, ever be a disadvantage, because the world at the end of the day is a circle. It will go like this. So basically, failure to use your brain will create problems that only those who are using their brains can solve. So do you see? At the end of the day, there is no downside to using your brain. So before you outsource every damn thing to AI, especially for you that is learning or that's trying to learn a skill, learn as much as you can without AI. Before you consult AI, make sure that you've exhausted your brain. You've thought and thought about a thing. You've done things the old way by Googling or reading a book or whatever. I'm not saying that you should deliberately slow down your learning, because one of the things that these AI tools can do, especially if you are learning, it can speed it up. Like, it can help, it can compress large materials and give you only the necessary things. But sometimes you need those materials that you're looking at, they are not large for the sake of it. Yes, a lot of them can be compressed, but there sometimes it's the ideas that they pass. And then when you look at it, you learn something new. So I'm saying that when you are learning, do not for any reason, please and please do not for any reason use AI all the way. Try as much as possible to apply yourself. Like, get to the point where you're thinking like an analyst, even as a beginner. Get to that point where your critical thinking is on point. Get to the point that you're thinking of problems creatively. Get to that point where your problem solving skills are heightened, are sharpened. So that when you're using AI, when you're bringing in AI, you're not going to be presenting yourself as a 10x analyst, as a 10x developer, or in this case, even as a 100x. But if you are using it without actually knowing, how you're supposed to apply it, trust me, someone who has taken the time to apply themselves and learn these tools, they will overtake you eventually. Because, there's this thing they say that AI is not going to replace your job, but someone who knows AI will. So that's where we are going to. But for you to know AI, you also have to know yourself. I cannot emphasize this enough, like, as much as possible, because I have been there. I was working as a content writer, even as a banker. You know, I was doing both, side by side, and I have seen how, you know, these tools can be in the hands of a beginner versus how it can be in the hands of someone who actually knows what he or she is doing. And trust me, is miles apart. Now, when you give an AI tool to someone who whose domain is not that thing you want him or her to apply that to in, you're going to get stupid results. I'm not even kidding. Like, there's only so much AI can do. You have to prompt it well. You have to give it context. You have to interpret its answers correctly for you to, stand out, for you to get the kind of results that you're looking for. So once again, breathe, calm down. If you're learning any skill, I would say go ahead and learn it. Just make sure that you are getting acquainted with AI, but you're not associating your brain to any AI tool. All right, guys, I will see you in my next video. Please do not forget to like, Comment, drop your comments. Let me know what you think. Are you still scared of AI, taking your job even after watching this video? I don't think you should still be scared, Or you can also tell me of, the latest tools you've discovered or how it's disrupting the space in which you are in. And of course, subscribe and share with somebody. There's somebody out there who needs to watch this and calm down, just like you have calmed down now. All right. So thank you so much. See ya.